Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the very first episode of the Ocean Star Sports Show. My name is Dominic Polio, and I'll be your host as I bring you highlights from both Point Boro and Point Beach High School athletics. Let's jump right into it with last week's Friday night football game between Point Pleasant Beach and Asbury Park. The Garnet Gulls hosted Asbury, and the game went to overtime, and it was nothing short of exciting. Let's have a look. What a home opener it was for the Point Beach football team. In front of an ecstatic home crowd, the Garnet Gulls topped the Blue Bishops of Asbury Park in overtime after a back-and-forth affair. The game featured strong defense on both sides of the ball. Point Beach's experienced line made strong tackles up front all game long. The score remained 0-0 through 3 quarters of play. In the third, Asbury was knocking on the door as they entered the red zone for the first time all game with this long connection from Jadon Stevens to a wide-open receiver. But wait. The play is called back, and it's now 1st and 29 for the Blue Bishops. Point Beach, alive with new momentum, cranks up the defense, and Matt Zuhowski makes a strong tackle on 3rd down to keep Asbury at bay. We move into the 4th quarter, and both teams are still looking for that end zone. With just under 7 minutes to play, Point Beach's Luke Fraunheim connects with Connor Kells for a 45-yard touchdown. Wow, what a catch and run by Kells. Just listen to that crowd. Point Beach missed the extra point scoring opportunity, but was finally on the board, 6-0 over the Blue Bishops. Asbury Park would not go down easy, and on the ensuing possession, Davon Thompson took the pigskin 68 yards to the house, and the game was tied. But trouble for Asbury, as they missed the extra point, and the game stays tied at 6. On the next possession, Point Beach got rolling with this nice sideline grab from Kells on a beautifully placed ball from Fraunheim. But the drive stalled, and on 4th down, Stevens comes down with an interception for Asbury Park. With 59 seconds to play, they began their drive on their own 30, and with runs to the outside and this crazy tip drill catch, Asbury sat at the Gulls' 7-yard line. The Garnet Gull defense remained resolute, and with seconds to go, it came down to this field goal. No good! Asbury misses its second kick of the game, and we're going to overtime. Point Beach gets the ball first, and gets a first down with this throw to Chris Weber. Beach's Jason Bowers then powers ahead for another first down, and the Garnet Gulls are in prime scoring position. Weber takes the handoff and goes in for the touchdown. The extra point from Sean Gould is good, and Point Beach has a 13-6 lead. Asbury Park gets one last chance, and on their second play of the drive, it's Fraunheim again, this time on defense as he snags his interception on a tip ball, and it's all over. What a home opener for Point Beach as they battled their way to a 13-6 win over Asbury Park. Wow, what a game for Point Beach, and what a win. The Garnet Gulls are back at it again today when they host Middlesex, with the game starting at 7 p.m. Now we transition into Point Pleasant Boro girls soccer. They hosted Ocean Township last Saturday and lost a close game 1-0. Let's take a look. It was nothing short of a fast-paced and physical game as Point Boro hosted Ocean Township Saturday afternoon. The Panthers saw their fair share of opportunities to score, but just could not find a way around Allison Chomsky, Ocean Township's goalie. On this play, Boro's Devin Wondolowski handles a throw-in from Amy Bergquist in the first half. She fights her way around an Ocean defender and manages to get across to Erin Guilfoyle. She takes a shot, but Chomsky is there for the save. Ocean clears it, and the score remains tied at 0. It would stay that way to close out the first half, and Boro continued creating opportunities in the second, but Chomsky was always in the right place at the right time. Point Boro's defense was also playing strong and did a good job of clearing balls and moving upfield. With 13.5 minutes to go in the game, Boro had a scoring opportunity on a corner. Robin Fiorentino gets ahead on it, but again, Chomsky snags the save. A few minutes later, this slide tackle was a bit too dangerous for the ref's liking, and Ocean Township was awarded a free kick at the spot. This results in the only goal of the game as Ocean's Shannon Dunkley takes a shot that teammate Allie Weinstein redirects just inside the left post, much to the dismay of the Boro defense. The Panthers continued playing hard, but try as they may, they could not score. The final buzzer sounded, and the game was over. Ocean Township 1, Point Boro 0. It was a tough loss for Point Boro as they outshot and outpossessed Ocean Township during the whole game. But the good news is, it's the Panthers' only loss of the season so far. Let's stick with girls soccer as we shift over to Point Pleasant Beach, who sought out their very first win of the season. Point Beach girls soccer earned their first win of the season on Monday in dominant fashion. They took care of visiting Neptune 7-1 with 5 of those goals in the second half. The star of the game was Garnet goal Reagan Gould, who finished with a hat trick and 2 assists. But let's get started from the top. The first goal belongs to senior Katie Jezamaria with an assist from Cameron Barnes. It put Beach up 1 8 minutes into the game. The next goal came in the 27th minute, and it was a beauty. Off a corner kick to the far post, Lauren Colwine executed the perfect left-footed volley, and the goals were up 2. They closed out the half with the 2-goal lead, but the intensity they opened up with tripled at the start of the second. Less than 5 minutes in, Gould notched her first of 3 goals after tearing down the far sideline. 5 minutes later, Gould was at it again, this time from the near side. This girl can do it all, folks, and this time she scored with her left foot. Just like that, Beach was up 4-0, but Neptune was determined to get on the board. They finally found the back of the net as Ireland Flood got her foot on the end of this cross. The score didn't slow down the Garnet goals, though, and this time Barnes booted a goal of her own. She struck the ball hard and true after it bounced off Neptune's wall during a Beach free kick. Barnes then assisted Gould for the hat trick with this nice ball that ended up in the back of Neptune's goal. Neptune almost had their second goal of the contest, but Beach goalie Tony Abdi said, "Not in my net," with this diving save. Then, after some spot-on passing for the goals, Nicole Sharkey directed the ball through the legs of the Neptune goalie for the 7th Point Beach goal of the game. Point Beach had opened the season with a tie and then a loss, so this big win was a great way to boost morale as the season moves forward. It was an impressive win in an impressive fashion for the Garnet Girls soccer team, but they weren't the only ones that earned their very first win of the season. Let's take a look at Point Beach boys soccer as they went up against St. Rose. An exciting day for the Point Beach boys soccer team Tuesday when they hosted the Purple Roses of St. Rose. The Garnet Gulls earned their first win of the season with a 2-0 victory. The shutout saw plenty of close calls and lots of defense, and Garnet goal Ryan Franzoni did a good job in net for Point Beach, recording 6 saves in the win. The first goal came in the 20th minute on a Beach free kick from behind midfield. Senior captain Joey LaDuca booted a ball upfield that Connor Prima got a head on to push it off the hands of the St. Rose goalie. The half closed out with Beach up 1, and they were hungry for more. But St. Rose came out of the half even hungrier. Unfortunately, they could not capitalize on corner kicks and set pieces. Then, in the 63rd minute, Beach scored again. This time it was freshman Kai Costa who went upper 90 from 18 yards out for his second goal of the season. Try as they must, St. Rose could not find a goal, and Point Beach earned a much-deserved win over a tough division opponent. A lot of strong individual performances came together for Point Beach to get that win over St. Rose. They hope to keep the intensity up as they move forward with the rest of the season. Now let's have a look at our final highlight of the show. It's Point Beach Volleyball, who hosted an always tough St. John Vianney volleyball team. The Garnet Gull volleyball team went up against powerhouse St. John Vianney on Tuesday. Point Beach ended up on the losing end of a 2-0 decision. They lost the first set 25-10 and the second set 25-20. The Gulls did not go down without a fight, and after falling behind 23-14 in the second set, Erin Regan, along with some front row blocks, got Beach right back into the game. After a timeout from the Lancers, Regan dropped these 2 aces to bring Beach within 3. Regan served the first one short, and then the next one long, and the Lancers could not get underneath it. Unfortunately, the next serve was too long, and the Lancers were 1 point away from victory. Match point came when the referee called Regan on a 2-ball during a back set, and the match was over. The Garnet Gulls moved to 1-2 on the season. Well, there you have it, sports fans. That's all the highlights I have for you for this week. Be sure to pick up today's Ocean Star for even more sports and even more highlights. You can follow me on Twitter at Dom Polio. Again, that's at DOMPOLLIO. Once again, thanks for stopping by and checking out the show, and I hope to see you again next week. Reporting for Star News Group, I'm Dominic Polio.